It's you, Soph. Welcome to Nerf. 3, 2. Hey, new friend.
Hello.
Found people. Stay out there! Alright guys, so we're gonna hydro dip Jinx. No, we're not doing that. Got some boiling water here. It's actually lost its rolling boil. We're gonna add that to our lukewarm water. Give it a second to amalgamate. We want it to be the right temperature for hydro dipping. Then we're going to show you guys kind of how to hydro dip. I have a full tutorial on this if you're interested, but right now we're going to be doing it super simple, super easy. Make our Dart Zone Pro look like Dracula himself wields it. What's up guys, it's Track, and I had to tell you about this ultra sweet modification. So we did most of it live on Twitch, and therefore I don't have an explicit step-by-step guide, but essentially we broke this thing down to its core components and we did a gnarly Dragon Hydro Dip on red with 2K clear. Then we came in and we put some pop-up INBUS sights on it, and we threw a real super solid buffer tube stock. I've put 40 pounds of pressure behind this thing and it's not going anywhere. That means that we can throw virtually any spring that we need to into this bad boy. Then I took out all of the locks, replaced all of the rubberized components, and added a really sweet kind of handguard grip up to the front here, which lets you do pretty much any grip you're looking for on this guy, and it's just awesome. So we've taken this from something that was like kind of a vague hybrid of a Caliburn meets a long shot, meets like honestly some sort of AR variant, and we've turned it into what I think is like a really slick, almost competition grade, like definitely much fancier than it needs to be, like SIG MCX build. So that's how we titled the video. It definitely looks like it could be a SIG with its super duper funky sort of hole porting area up in the handguard area, especially now that it has a proper grip on it. We can even, we can get so tactical, pretend we're Coop 772. It's still firing like a dream. As far as the internals go, we did a full lube up, but it's got a straight shot through the barrel already. The barrel is made of good material. It's got incredible inner diameter 4. They shoot too fast to catch them. It's got an incredible inner diameter for the new funky darts that the Dart Zone Pro is using. So that is the base for this blaster. I had one, so I really wanted to be the first one to modify it, and I have a slight head start on some people. I know that they are over half gone. You can still purchase them at, I think, dartzonepro.com, but I'll put links in the description box below. And I heard on a podcast that they're going to be an exclusive launch to those 1,000 units. I haven't verified that, but I heard a sweet podcast from Detroit Dart Talk where they interviewed the maker of this blaster. And I'll go ahead and throw that in the description box as well, because it was a pretty good listen. I had a 16-hour car ride, but it was a pretty good listen. I'm at Dragon Con right now. There are just a couple of things that I want to talk about from the internals. Again, you could catch the Twitch recaps. There's like maybe 2 centimeters of pre-compressible space here once you've knocked all of the locks out, which means that a new spring is in order. I'm going to take measurements of the spring, and I plan to send those over to my friends at Containment Crew so that at launch we may have some funky fresh aftermarket options. And then the only other thing that I want to mention is this is an incredibly modular system. It's got a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm super duper happy with how this turned out. I can't wait to see what other seriously tactical accessories people put on theirs, see if they make anything that looks just as awesome and robust as this does. So the only thing that I want to change hardware wise is I'm really happy with the internals. I think this shoots exactly where I want for some of the super ultra stock wars that I go to. It's a lot of the power of those large plunger tube Springer blasters with a shell that just can't be beat. Ergonomics and aesthetics that I think are ultra crisp, crazy slick. I feel like John Wick using it now. But I do have a couple of hardware gripes. While I'm really happy with these thumb screws, I think that I'm going to put a tiny amount of Loctite in those. And then honestly, these are great. They work great. It's really easy to take this blaster down, but I think I'm going to find a hardware equivalent where for when I'm just planning on using the blaster all day, I don't necessarily love having the dangly key rings. It's a nice feature. I don't have an explicit problem with it, but I think that something tight like screws with a lock nut on the side that I could just sink in there and maybe even anodize to match the hydrographics job would be pretty sweet. But that's my SIG MCX mod. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Have you ordered a Dart Zone Pro? And if so, what are you going to paint yours up like? This might be a little bit dark, so we may add like a neon orange Romeo up top, maybe an orange stock. Plenty of orange on this bad boy already, but I've taken this to multiple wars. I took it to APOC where it performed marvelously, and all I can say about this thing is that it is crazy crisp. Really, really slick work, Dart Zone. Thank you so much for sending this over so that I could make content like this. And for everybody else, I will see you next time. Much love, Nerf on Drac out.